What if I told you that the most common Morgan silver dollar ever minted is also one of the most misunderstood and potentially valuable coins in American history? Today, we are diving deep into the world of the 1921 Morgan silver dollar. This coin represents the final chapter of an iconic series, but its story is far more complex than just being the most plentiful date. Before we uncover why some of these coins sell for nearly $20,000, while most are worth just their silver content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a treasure hunt. If you have a 1921 Morgan dollar in your collection, comment below with the mint mark you see on the reverse, or just tell us your best silver dollar find. Let's get started. Let's talk about why 1921 was such a monumental year for the Morgan dollar. After a 17-year hiatus, production of this classic silver coin resumed for one final year under the provisions of the Pittman Act of 1918. This legislation was a direct response to World War I, authorizing the melting of over 270 million silver dollars to sell the bullion to Great Britain. The government then had to replace every dollar melted, which is why we see the massive mintage of over 86 million Morgan dollars in 1921 across three mints, Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. What makes this truly fascinating is that the old master dies used to strike Morgan dollars from 1878 to 1904 had been destroyed in 1910, when no one expected the series to return. So in 1921, George T. Morgan himself, along with assistant engraver John R. Sinnock, had to create completely new hubs based on an 1878 design, but they did so in shallower relief to facilitate rapid mass production. This historical context is crucial because it explains the single most defining characteristic of every single 1921 Morgan dollar, its notoriously poor strike quality. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty of condition, because this is where the 1921 Morgan becomes a collector's challenge. The shallow relief of the new dies, created to rush production, means that nearly every 1921 Morgan dollar you encounter will look weak compared to earlier issues. On the obverse, the portrait of Miss Liberty is very flat, with the cheek appearing almost smooth rather than sculpted, and there is no crease above her chin. On the reverse, the eagle is flat, with virtually no breast feather detail, and the arrow feathers are parallel and indistinct. Renowned numismatic expert Q. David Bowers noted that even coins certified as MS-65 are often ugly in this regard, and would grade no better than MS-61 or MS-62 if they were of earlier dates. Most known specimens exist in low mint state grades like MS-60, 61, or 62, and the striking is so poor that the difference between an MS-60 and a lightly circulated AU-58 is often moot. So how do you identify which 1921 Morgan you have, and what determines its value? First, locate the mint mark on the reverse, just above the D and O in dollar. If there is no mint mark, it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced 44,690,000 coins. An S mint mark means it was struck at the San Francisco Mint, with a mintage of 21,695,000. A D mint mark is particularly significant because 1921 was the only year the Denver Mint ever struck Morgan dollars, with a mintage of 20,345,000. In circulated condition, most 1921 Morgan dollars were valued at around $45 to $55, essentially reflecting their silver content. But the premiums increase in uncirculated condition. An MS-60 to MS-63 might fetch $65 to $150, while premium grades of MS-65 and above can be worth $250 to $500 or more. At the very top of the scale, a pristine, uncirculated 1921 Morgan dollar can fetch up to $17,500. The difference is not the date, but the details, the quality of the strike, and the preservation of original luster. Beyond the standard strikes, minting errors can dramatically increase the value of a 1921 Morgan dollar. While the mint had higher quality control standards for silver dollars, some error coins did escape and are highly prized by collectors. For example, a 1921 Morgan dollar struck roughly 10% off center sold for over $8,000. Other errors, like struck-through errors on the reverse, where debris or another object interfered with the striking process, also command significant premiums. There are also known die rotation errors, such as the VAM3 variety, where the reverse die is misaligned 45 degrees from normal orientation. Proof-like and deep mirror proof-like examples exist, where the fields are unusually reflective and the devices are frosty, though many of these have die polish lines and are not true proofs. Genuine mirror surface proofs from 1921 are exceedingly rare, with perhaps only 15 ever struck, clandestinely for Henry Chapman and Ombre Swayze, and they are worth a fortune if they ever appear on the market. The 1921 Morgan silver dollar is more than just a high mintage coin. It is a piece of history, a physical artifact of the Pittman art, the final chapter of the Morgan design, and a testament to the rush of wartime coinage. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just someone who inherited a box of old silver dollars, this coin represents a fascinating intersection of history, artistry, and market dynamics. So check your silver dollars. Look closely at the strike quality and the mint mark. You might just be holding a coin worth far more than its silver melt value. Before you go, smash that like button. It really helps the channel. If you haven't already, subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into valuable coins. And I want to hear from you. Comment below, do you have a 1921 Morgan dollar? What mint mark and condition is it in? Or just tell us your greatest silver dollar find ever. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe.